Hey, what's good guys? My name is D-Free and welcome back to the latest iteration of my Dragon Ball Super reviews, in which today guys, we are going to be reviewing / discussing Dragon Ball Super episode number 37. And this episode was hype. There was a lot of interesting stuff that went on in this episode. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and get started today. So the episode takes place with the aftermath of Vegeta versus Vegeta, and we see Bulma wiping down her hubby Vegeta. I always love those moments between those two because they just didn't happen or exist in Dragon Ball Z. So it's always fun seeing all these different moments because they've had several moments in Dragon Ball Super, and it's just really interesting to see that. But back on topic here. So basically from there, what happens is Vegeta steps into the ring alongside Cabba, and at that point he's like, yo, let's go ahead and get started, no need to play around. So at this point they're both in their base form trading blows after the match begins, and it's interesting because Vegeta's like, oh, he really is a Saiyan, because he also takes up Vegeta's initial Saiyan Saga stance. He was like, that's just like my stance. So the Dragon Ball Super nostalgia is very real. That's all they really do in this. I'm not really critical of that, but they just have a lot of nostalgia in Dragon Ball Super so far. So he does the stance, and this is where they start getting in there, going blow for blow. Cabba gets in a good hit, and then basically what happens is Vegeta's like, okay, so let's go ahead and turn this up a notch. So they both shoot out the Gallic gun. And they get into beam struggle, and that's when Vegeta's like, yeah, so basically, we need to turn this up because we're evenly matched. So that says a lot for Cabba, considering how strong Vegeta and Goku's base forms are now. That says a lot about Cabba and how strong he actually really is. Without a Super Saiyan transformation, he's actually a pretty strong guy, but Vegeta acknowledges that they are evenly matched. So that's interesting to note. And he's like, well, let's go ahead and transform into Super Saiyans. At this point, Cabba reveals what we already knew. He does not have the transformation. He does not know how to go Super Saiyan. And he then proceeds to ask Vegeta in the middle of the battle, which is interesting, how to do it, because he wants to go back to his planet and show them it, and he wants to be stronger, etc., etc. So that's interesting to note, once again, that he asked in the middle of the battle, and that actually really pissed Vegeta off. He's like, wait, what? We're in the middle of the battle, and you're going to ask me how to do it. So basically, Vegeta doesn't confirm or deny that he's going to teach him how to do it, but what he then proceeds to do is he epically starts destroying Cabba. He's kicking him around, and it got savage for a moment there. Vegeta just started juggling him, basically like a soccer ball. You know how when you play soccer or football in the UK or whatever, but you play soccer and you're kicking the ball up, don't let it touch the ground. Vegeta was playing soccer with Cabba. Hashtag Cabba is a soccer ball. But anyways, from there, he's like, I'm not gonna let you fall. And then Cabba tries to surrender, and Vegeta's like, he heard that, he was like, hell no. He grabbed him, he's like, if you surrender, I'm gonna kill you. And then I was like, God damn, Vegeta's not playing. And so at that point, Vegeta was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to go to planet Salad, and I'm going to kill, or Sadal, whatever it is. And I'm going to blow that planet up. I'm going to kill your family and all your friends. And then that's when Cabba got pissed off, or Cabba got pissed off. And, a fire was lit inside of him. And he then at that point happens to finally transform into the legendary Super Saiyajin. And this is where the episode gets really freaking good, because up to this point, for one, the episode was all right. It was pretty decent. And even the animation was pretty decent. But the animation takes a step up at this point. When Cabba transforms into a Super Saiyan, the episode gets really, really good. And he actually starts pounding on Vegeta. And Vegeta he had a moment where he was just getting bombarded by energy blasts from Cabba from above. And he actually just was like smiling, like he was happy about this. Because Vegeta is an interesting character in Dragon Ball Super. I love Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super. People are very critical of him because he's a lot lighthearted and stuff like that. But honestly, I say that Vegeta's had so much development in Dragon Ball Super. It's interesting. But there was a moment where he was just getting bombarded by blasts, and he was just like, yo, I'm loving it. So that's awesome. And like I said, the animation got really, really good for a moment. Cabba was just bombarding Vegeta with punches and everything. It got really good. And then there was a point where Cabba was going in to basically smash Vegeta, and Vegeta just didn't move. And Bulma was like, why are you absent-minded? And Cabba stops just short of punching Vegeta in the forehead. And at that point, Vegeta was like, very good. And Cabba finally realized that Vegeta was just messing with him. He basically riled him up so he can finally transform. Vegeta was like, remember how this feels, because this is how you unlock the form. So Vegeta went freaking Zen mode Sage on him and taught him how to do it without ever confirming that he would do it. So that's awesome to note. And then at that point, Cabba thanks him. And then Vegeta pulls out Super Saiyan Blue. And then he was like, all right, so this is the latest form, Super Saiyan Blue. It's funny to note that, there's all these other forms in between Super Saiyan 1 and Blue, but they just don't get mentioned. And that's kind of how Super was going to be. But I wonder if Cabba will come across these in his studies and his training, if he'll come across Super Saiyan 2 and all these other things. So that's interesting to note. But Vegeta goes Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, whatever your preference is, it does not matter. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is on all the merchandise. Super Saiyan Blue is officially in the anime. It doesn't matter. It's the same freaking thing. But he goes Super Saiyan Blue and one-shots Cabba, knocks him out unconscious. He gets the victory, and then he comes back with a vase of water, pours it on Cabba to wake him up. And at that point, he's like, you know, you bowed your head to me. That's the same as admitting defeat. Don't admit defeat. Don't forget a Saiyan's pride. And he really likes Cabba, and I really like that about Vegeta. He really, honestly, genuinely likes Cabba and wanted to help him out. And, you know, they get a little comedic about it, and Goku's like, well, he's not nice to me. And Piccolo was like, well, because, you know, you're annoying. So that's really funny. But I really love the interaction with Vegeta and Cabba, because he really wants to go there. And then Cabba even says, you know, on our planet, our king is nice and strong just like you. So that's really cool. But in the next episode, Hito is stepping into the ring. We will see Vegeta versus Hito. I'm not going to spoil anything. If you guys haven't seen the preview for that, go ahead and check it out. It looks really freaking good. I hope that you guys enjoyed the review. I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. Let me know down below in a comment what your favorite part of the episode was. That is it for me, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.